At the beginning of the story, we meet Wayne and his father. Look at Patrick, who is a special kind of, to find out the message hidden behind the code. I was trying. This code is linked to a treasure, the secret to reaching there, and he gives them a torn. It was found from a page of the diary, because of which Ben's friend Rayleigh from the movie said that this code, you won't get the full amount. Just a few words will be able to get out. But Ben and his father, when they thought carefully, he realized that the clue says Liberty Lady, who's in French it means something like statue of. It will be like liberty. Now, there are three. There's the Statue of Liberty. But when the clue, if it is in French, then first of all, it is Paris. People came to see the statue. Riley said, Statue of Liberty. With the help of drone, he investigated. But then, the policemen came to him, came to inquire. Ben drew their attention, strayed Dot and Raleigh, at the Statue of Liberty. He found something written. He quickly took the photo, and then those policemen pulled him, asked to translate Dot in these lines. He was placed on the special table of the Queen of England. I got to know about this, which is only two in the world. There are only one of them in England. But the second gift given by the Queen to America, which is now in the White House. But finally, this diary page came. Where and how did they get it? The story goes back to tell this thing. This is the year 1865. At that time, there was a civil war in America. It had been only 5 days since the war ended. One day, two men named John and Silas, Thomas Gates. Thomas comes to the difficult puzzle, John's diary. I had written a code, and I wanted to. Thomas should find out the truth of this code. There is a clue written underneath. To solve it, the debt that every human being pays, some time afterwards. Silas said to John that you complete the necessary work. Till then, I will stay here. I will wait. Maybe Thomas could find out. John listened to Silas, and he went to the Ford Theater building. There, he was going to kill President Abraham Lincoln. Everyone was shocked by the news of gunshots, and Thomas found out that the man who was with him, he was a traitor. Thomas now has to face the consequences. By then, it had also been discovered that the code of the diary, there is a way to reach a treasure, a map. Now, he did not want this treasure to go wrong, fell into his hands. So Thomas used the diary. He tore the page and burnt it. But Silas found out and quickly took action against him. Saved the paper before it was burned, and Thomas Gates was killed. This has been going on for many years now, have passed away, and are now Thomas's great-grandson. Gates was the first to present his character to a large number of people. I was telling him the story of my great-grandfather, so that he should be remembered as a patriotic martyr. But a man sitting there told the story of Ben, called him a liar, and said that Thomas Gates himself had called Silas and John to him, so that the conspiracy to assassinate Abraham Lincoln could make it. And, as proof, the man gave that, showed a half-burnt piece of paper. Ben He was surprised to hear this story, and I asked the man to check this paper. This has to be done. Actually, this man named Mitch, Silas's great-grandson. And after the investigation is completed later, it was proved that this paper was from the same diary. Ben still wasn't sure that his great-grandfather had tried to kill the president. I had tried. That is why she turned towards that piece. Wanted to check it out thoroughly. Ben and his father Patrick is now very upset about this. But the proof Mitch has, it is impossible to bend down. This whole story of Mitch, the story could sink the Gates family name. So Ben vowed to prove that he would remain, that the code written in that diary is there was a way to find the treasure. President no plans to kill him without time. Ben met his friend Riley, who now had started writing books, but his book was not selling well. The government had also confiscated the Ferrari because he doesn't even have enough money to pay his taxes. There was no money. Ben bought his house, used Riley to find out the security code, asked for help, because Ben had no idea about his girlfriend. I had a breakup with Abigail, after which Abigail threw Ben out of the house and left the house. The code was changed. Now, Ben saw an opportunity and stole Abigail's employee card. Abigail held a high position in the museum. And with this card, he goes to Abigail's office. I wanted to enter and see the register. But because of this, first Ben would have been able to finish his work and leave. Abigail came over and grabbed Ben. When Ben was caught, he told Abigail all his troubles and said that she checked that old piece of diary once again. Abigail was angry with him, but still she was ready to help Ben. I agreed because Ben had said that she can ask for whatever she wants. In return, while investigating, at first they found nothing, didn't show up. But then Abigail saw that there was some kind of code on the back of this paper. Abigail told me that this piece was written yesterday. Will be presented to the whole world, and Ben's great-grandfather had to bear the blood of Abraham Lincoln, will also be considered a partner in the conspiracy. What Abigail said proved true the next day. When Mitch got this news published in the media that Thomas Gates was the culprit of Abraham Lincoln's murder. He is the mastermind. When this news reached the FBI, when Peter, who is Ben's friend, arrives, he could not believe it. He felt that something is definitely wrong. This Mitch is talking for no reason. Why are you digging up old graves? A little after investigation, it was found that Mitch wasn't old. He buys and sells things. On finding out this, then Peter was shocked and began to think. Then why did he not sell this paper? Why did you donate it to the museum? Whereas this, one could get a good amount of paper money. Peter realized that this must be a trick by Mitch, and it is for something very precious. It is behind. Now the story has reached the same point. From where it was the beginning. Man know the code behind that. Reached Paris after putting it, and then the Statue of Liberty. from. There, he got information about that unique table of the Queen. It was revealed. After which, he quickly went to the hospital with Riley, reached London, from where Ben's father was attacked, behind which Mitch and his men had a hand in it. Mitch, seeing the opportunity, killed Ben's father, made a clone of his phone so that he could. You can find out all the information that you can get from your. He is giving it to his father. Meanwhile, Ben and Riley quietly sneaking into the Queen's office. He got hold of that unique. Want to know more about the desk? Well, Riley is a great hacker. So he hacked CCTV cameras very quickly. And with their help, Ben was told the way. Ben was doing his work when he suddenly finds Abigail. Abigail is Ben's. Wanted to help in this mission. But instead of taking her help, Ben went there, started shouting loudly. First, Abigail could not understand. Then Ben raised his neck, and some alcohol was also applied on the collars so that, for the crime of making noise after drinking alcohol, the guards should arrest him. Something happened. That's right. The guards arrested him and questioned him, took him to the room downstairs for treatment. Here, Abigail was brought in along with Ben. On getting Ben's signal, Riley entered that room. The door opened. Now Ben and Abigail, together they set out to find the Queen's office. Both of them, somehow, while hiding, found the office, and Riley threw both of them out, guiding with the help of CCTV cameras. Eventually, both of them got an office. There, he found a unique desk on which a secret code was written. As soon as Ben read this code, when the puzzle of the code was explained to him, he understood that this is not a normal table. This is a kind of safe which, after opening, is given a wooden piece on which many symbols were made. Ben understood that there must be someone involved in this. The riddle is hidden. So Ben made this wooden puzzle, picked up the piece. At that moment, the security officer saw Ben and Abigail leave from their. Are missing, and so are the other officers. They started looking for it. Riley saw all this, and, false alarm to distract the guard, played the song so that both of them could escape easily. Abigail, Ben, and Riley left the palace, tried to solve this puzzle. But in a few moments, Ben noticed that Mitch and his men are chasing those three. As soon as they found out, all three ran away from there. Also Mitch and his men started chasing them. During the chase, when Ben was in the car, was about to approach the speed camera, he brought the wooden plank near his mouth, kept it, and increased the speed of the car so that the photo should come. Because his phone's camera was bad, also Riley had called the camera system, hacked it, and took out that photo. After this, Ben threw the wooden plank into the water so that Mitch and his men could stop chasing them. Soon, Ben went to his father's house so that he can use this photo to make a mark on the wood, so that we can know the meaning of the marks that have been made. But even Patrick can't translate it. But Patrick knew that this was going to be a job. Who can do this? Your mother is like her mother. Take it to her. She will find out about it. The secret behind it. Now Ben is with his mother Emily. He agreed to go, but he wanted that Patrick also went with him. But Patrick said that I have not met her for 30 years. But Ben finally refused Patrick. The next day, they both met Emily, who is a professor in a university. First of all, Emily's mood gets spoiled after seeing Patrick. He went, but then, seeing his son, Emily was a little happy. Emily happily replied to this riddle, helped Ben solve the problem. But this complete information was not given in the wood. Ben realized that he now had to move to another table. We need to find the one that's kept in the White House. Now, without wasting any time, Ben and Abigail went straight to the White House. Where there is no question of anything. The celebration was going on. Gail was at the White House right now. I know a guy who works in. He likes it too. His name is Corner. The Corner hesitated a bit at first, but Ben said, we were just going to the president's office. I want to see it. Please show it to me once. He also said that Abigail was very, yes, you will refuse her. Poor Corner did not understand what he said. Now if Abigail wanted to do it, she had to do it. The Corner gave them both a little advice to be cautious, because someone like this in the president's office was not allowed to come. But as soon as Ben saw that desk, he told Abigail. After that, Abigail gave her signal, dropped an earring, and threw it in the corner. I asked for help to find it, and told the Corner, so please help me find it. Now, he went near the desk and started solving the puzzle. But when he solved the whole problem, he saw that the piece was not there. Someone had already taken it out. Disappointed, Abigail and Ben came out of the White House. He went and told Riley that the wood was not there. Now they started thinking that what happened? How will we get that wooden plank? Then Riley remembered that the presidents must know about this. Then Riley thought, I felt that many presidents have sat on this desk on a daily basis. So this cannot happen. So this must be happening to someone. This would be the work of some president. And all this about it in that secret book, which every former president would have written, gives it to his new president. Now, is there any way to meet the president? Asterisk. He did not have it, but then, in his mind, he thought of kidnapping the president. I will. The next day, Riley and Patrick, together, booked all the hotels in Washington, so that for the president's birthday, only the Vermin Hotel is the available one. That evening, Ben met the president, who already knew him. Because Ben is part of the Gates family, Ben knew that the president, he respects George Washington a lot. So Ben made a map of George Washington, showed the president, inside which there was a secret tunnel shown. Ben said, this tunnel is very close from here and in full swing. The president also walked along with him through that tunnel to see. Then Ben and the president went to this place together. They went towards the tunnel. The president told the guard, ordered him to wait outside, because he wanted to travel comfortably. Ben and Both the presidents went out to see this tunnel. Ben, without hindrance, addressed the president and locked himself in there. Now he, without wasting any time, requested the president to publish this book. Asked about it. At first, the president said this, refused to reveal the secret. But when the president saw that this was for Ben, how much it matters, so he agreed. Eventually, the president told Ben that this book is in a special library section. The president has also given her the book number. Who told the secret way to find this book? This is a code. After their conversation, both of them came out. The president said to Ben, "If you are caught taking this book out, I will not defend you in public. So it would be better not to get caught." After this, Ben, Abigail, and Riley arrived at the library. Because Abigail, if she works here, then she gets to work here. She knew everything. She went straight to the president's specified place where that book. They will get it. But the book was there. No, Riley thought maybe someone had taken that book from the library to read. But then Ben saw a thing behind the shelf, found a place to fill the code, and as soon as he entered the book number there, then it came from inside. The book came out. Then Ben looked inside the book, opened the section containing that particular table, and there they found a photo of the wooden board. Ben took a photo of this with his camera. As soon as they got the clue, all three of them left from there quickly. They should leave quickly because the FBI is now searching for Ben. Is looking for it. Now Ben suggested that everyone will have to go out separately. While going out, the police became suspicious of Abigail, but she managed to get out, and soon Ben came out. Then Mitch also came to know that Ben has found the clue because he cloned Patrick's phone. So as soon as Ben sent that photo to his father, she also went to Mitch. Mitch knew that Emily can translate that code. So he quickly approached her. In the beginning, Emily refused to help him. But then Mitch threatened her with a gun. "I will kill both you and your husband." After a while, Patrick solves this problem with her. He will come to get the past decoded. If you want to give a wrong clue, then no, okay? When Patrick came to Emily, he did exactly what Mitch wanted. But Emily has faith in her son that he will find this clue himself. The next day, Mitch took Emily to Mount Rushmore because, according to that wooden plank, the treasure is out there somewhere. But Ben and his friends had already reached there because Ben figured out the puzzle himself. As soon as Mitch and Ben saw each other, when Mitch sees Emily, he decides to kill her. Threatened. On this, Ben said, "Look, the police are chasing me. If you come here, then you will also be arrested along with me." On this, Ben said that this is their last time. The puzzle remains, and you can solve it without my help. Mitch also told me this. If he knew somewhere, then now he became forced to look for the treasure with Ben. A few later, these people reached a rocky area. The next puzzle is such that when the weather is rainy, then the birds will guide you. Ben had found the truth of this puzzle to some extent. By then, He understood and told everybody that pour water on the stones. The next clue is hidden in these stones, somewhere. In my mind, when water was poured, a stone fell. A bird mark was formed on it. The direction the bird was pointing, there was a little space between the stones. Ben, as soon as he put his hand in this stone, when he turned around, suddenly he saw mountains on the other side. A small path was made in between. All people soon rushed in. Inside, the door closed automatically a few moments after they left, and now they're all stuck inside. Everyone tried to find a way out, but nobody could find the way. Suddenly, the floor beneath them also began to shake. Riley, Abigail, and Mitch slipped and fell down. The parents remained there. Now they, even after being separated, tried to find a way out. They were. Just then Abigail saw a staircase nearby. The monkey wanted to climb on it first, but the stairs were on the same slippery floor. Then asked them all to stand like this, so that the ladder doesn't slip. Mitch is in front of Ben, so Mitch will go up first. Mitch had to help those three, but Mitch didn't help. After that, as soon as Abigail started climbing up, suddenly a piece of wood broke. The floor broke, and so did Riley's. Abigail quickly climbed up the stairs, but Ben remained on the floor. It seemed like Ben's game was over, but at the last moment, Mitch helped him. Now the four of them had found a room where water accumulates. After a little searching, they found the next clue. It is inside the water. To get that clue, they have to stop the water first. Now, while solving this last puzzle, when they moved forward and finally they got it, what they were looking for, a whole lot of gold, an underground city built. At the same time, Ben's parents also reached there. This treasure meeting here proved that Thomas Gates' story, Ben's great-grandfather, was true, and they had not planned to kill Abraham Lincoln. Mitch confessed that it was he who had the plan. He knew that he wouldn't be able to find the treasure without Ben's help. That's why Mitch defamed Ben's great-grandfather, so that Ben starts looking for this treasure. Anyway, their happiness didn't last long. Water started leaking at the place. If they don't get out of here soon, they will get stuck. We will die here. Meanwhile, Patrick and Emily also reached there. Patrick told everyone that the water is flowing downwards, meaning where this water is coming from, that's where they'll find a way out. But then all that moved outward like a flow of water. It got faster. Now the way out was also made in such a way that as soon as he let go of the trigger, the door would have stopped. That means if someone had stayed there, the door has to be kept open. Now the question was, who will stay there? On this Mitch said, if you promise that you will take my family's name, that they to have done some research in search of treasure. If it helped me, then I am ready to make this sacrifice. Mitch said, **** in history, my family name is derived from the murder of Abraham Lincoln. It is infamous for this. That's why I wanted that the Wilkinson family, in search of the city of gold. ***, Ben promised that this would be the case, and with your family and friends passed out. Ben told the police that he has found a huge treasure. But Ben has to be the president. For a while arrested on charges of kidnapping. After this, Ben was taken near the president. But the president lied, saying, Ben had saved my life from kidnappers like this. Ben escapes prison, and he was also honored with the award, saved his great-grandfather's name from being tarnished. There was a fight between Abigail and Ben. Then consultation took place. Because Abigail believed that Ben understands her very well. When this news came that another treasure of Riley was to be found, if he has a hand in it, then his book is selling like hotcakes. Also, his Ferrari was returned to him. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.